It is I.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's been like 10 months since my last upload, and I just wanted to make a quick update commentary video on how the state of plugins are in late 2023, especially free plugins that we can use for either metal, black metal, death metal, you name it. So first things first, I guess it's to talk about the changes, what changed really since the last 10 months or so. And honestly, nothing much, to be honest. Things have stayed the same. Most plugins are still free and available, other than a few examples that we will get into later. And things have been good. There have been few updates to some of those plugins, like new releases and such, but mostly it's pretty good. Still, in late 2023, you can get away with just using a complete free suite of plugins. So that's great. So first things first, I guess we can talk about amplifiers first. And the King, the L12X, is still, again, free, available to download, although there have been a change, which I'm not really happy about, and that is now it requires to have an email and a name and all that crap, which wasn't the case before. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, the King L12X is still available amongst other things that they have from Autarity. For example, their drive pedal, which I didn't use in my videos, but that's fine. You know, I didn't really felt the need to use it, but here you go. Also, the Black Sun is no longer free, which is, take that as you want. But yeah, it's no longer free. You have to pay for it. Used to be free for like 1.5 years, something like that. But nowadays you have to pay for it. But it's fine. It's only $9. It's not a big deal. And honestly, one of the greatest upsides to using Audio Assault plugins is that they have Linux support, which you might not care for, but some people do, including me. So an alternative to the Black Sun, well, you can try the Nembrini Audio's newest version of Crunk V2, which used to be really not fun looking. It was like a big blob module, like something that you find in a rack mount or something like that. It still look pretty ugly, but now they revisioned the interface. So instead of Black Sun, you can use this. It looks good now. It looks pretty decent. And also, speaking of the Nembrini Audio, they have some new stuff other than the Crunk V2. For example, like the big stuff, which is a Big Muff distortion, which I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited for it. Honestly, another free plugin, and also I love big muffs. I think if you put a tube screamer before it, it will sound pretty great, even for black metal. Other than that, yeah, Nembrini Audio is still consumer friendly. They have their free plugin section here, and you don't have to use an installer like IK Multimedia. You just click download installer and you'll be good to go. So that's a big plus for me, honestly. And also Ignite amps are still around. They are also free to download. The Naughty IR, which is probably my favorite IR loader, still again free, available. They have tons of distortions, bass amps, whatever. And Mercurial still has their Metal Zone pedal, chorus, distortion, 808s still available, so that's great. And of course, we still have TSC Audio if you want even more distortions. I love their tube screamer. It's my go-to tube screamer, honestly, even on vocals. And if you're wondering why, I made a video on atmospheric black metal that I use it on my vocals. We still have Toq Down Records, a couple of their compressors. They are also still freely available, and they don't require a login. You just click download and you just get the plugin without any strings attached. And also, yeah, the Nova, still available, pretty good, pretty great, honestly. One of the best free EQ plugins, and my favorite, the mastering compressor, that I used on my I think all of my videos that I made on the topic of black metal, and also I think I used it on a drum master as well. So yeah, pretty good. So next up, Expressor Nuke, which I used to use on bass a lot, is no longer available on Q's Audio website. They completely purged it from their website. It is still available from third parties if you want to get it from plugins for free, but they really pulled the plug on it. So I guess it was a one-time deal or like a limited time offer. Moving on, we have the Poo plugins, the OG free guitar amp sim, and they still sound pretty decent even to this day if you pair it with some good cabinet IRs. So I guess everything else fails, you still have the good old Poo plug. Moving on, Autar DSP is still around. They are still offering their amazing Goblin plugin, IR loader, and some other stuff. I haven't seen this one. I'm guessing it's new, the Reverb plugin. So yeah, you can use that. I used it on the How to Create 90s Death Metal Tones for Free video, and it sounds pretty sick. So that's that. This one I completely missed, the Neuron Tube from Audio Singularity. And it's not a new plugin, it's been around I think for 9 months or so, something like that I completely missed. And apparently it's pretty great. People have been raging about it online for a while now. I guess I have to make a video on it or something like that to see how really great it is in a black metal setting, but judging by the comments and the amp that it's modeled after, which is obviously a Soldano amp, it's going to be pretty meaty and pretty sharp sounding amp, perfect for that nasty black metal tones. And we still have my favorite reverb, the Supermassive from Valhalla DSP, that is still available, which I am thrilled. And the reason that I'm being grateful for this plugin still being available is that the plugin market is changing every day. And if you go and look up any of the favorite plugins that you bought, you might come to this conclusion that, oh, either the product is no longer available or the prices have changed, or in case of Waves plugins, they completely drop the support for owning that plugin. You have to cave into their plugin subscription thingy. Chernobyl Studios has a great video on this topic. So yeah, Chernobyl Studios is a great channel. Obviously, if you're watching my channel, you probably know who he is, but if you don't, go give him some love, give him a follow. And okay, let's see, A Life Without Waves plugins, yeah. And he basically goes through the process of why having a subscription base as your plugin model sucks, and it sucks for consumers. The state of plugins are not really stable in this day and age unless you really own the license forever, which is not the case anymore. So, and there has been arguments about how piracy is a viable option in this case because they don't give you the option to own the plugins. So having them pirated, not that I'm advocating for it, but you know, having them pirated gives you a better experience than having to pay a monthly subscription in order to use the tools that you have been using for many years now. So yeah, that's why every day I wake up, I'm grateful that the plugins that I use, the free plugins that I have on my arsenal, are still available to use and download to this day. But anyway, move on. ASL Sign Lab, one of my favorite, I guess, plugin companies after Nimbrini Audio due to their consumer friendliness. They still have the 5150 amp for free. You can get the Amps Root free amp, and there is also the Stevie T amp that is also free. Lastly but not least, the drums. We still have the empty power kit available to us and the MO drums, which have been my probably the best sounding free plugin that I ever tried after I guess the Cho tape machine, which is the Cho tape model, which have been, in my opinion, the best sounding tape plugin hands down for what I do, which is pretty much black death metal kind of things. So yeah, the MO Drums free and the Cho tape model is just on my top free plugins list for now, and also it has a Linux binary, so that's a plus too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave your suggestions down below to what is your favorite plugin out of all of these. If you have newer ones that I have been missing, leave them down below so people can check them out. And yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sticking around. See ya.